Hey YouTube, I know I look a mess right now. I look a mess in some of my videos, but I'm still trying to bring in some content, thinking of different stuff to talk about. Most of it might sound like something I spoke on in previous videos, but sometimes I might have new ideas and want to get other people's opinions when they do decide to jump in the live broadcast. Oh God, forgive me, I am eating. So for the past few days, I've been talking to a friend of mine. We've been dipping and dabbing in the conversation of um, when it comes to heterosexual males being in friendships with gay or bisexual men. I feel like everybody's friendship is different. You got some people, you got some men who are openly gay, and they got close family members. I mean, they got family members they very close with, or friends they grew up with that they very close with. It could be somebody they met off of social media and just became friends with, whether they met them in person or not in person. And the other person who happens to be the heterosexual male is very comfortable enough within himself that he could become friends with someone that is different than him and not let his disapproval or disagree and get in the way of being respectful and treating the other person as a human being first before judging their preference. And since we're on YouTube, I could use them as an example. So I watched Zachary Campbell. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Zachary Campbell is. He's a YouTuber. He's been doing music video reactions for a while of different artists. He loves Beyonce and Lady Gaga, but he's been doing it for a few years now. And I've been watching his channel and I became a fan. And he introduced a friend of his by the name of Maine, who is a heterosexual male. And I'm not, and I guess they still friends. I'm not sure because I haven't seen them do any content together. But he introduced Maine to his channel and had him doing dance contests and doing music video reactions and stuff like that. And I like their friendship because, as we all know, Zachary Campbell is an openly gay male, and Maine let it be known that he's a heterosexual male, but he don't have no problem building friendships with people who are different. But then again, you had people who say they have no issue with anybody that happens to be heterosexual. And I've been in this situation before. People who act like they ain't got no problem with someone who's openly gay, and as soon as something happened, or as soon as someone else give their opinion, it's kind of flip floppy. And the crazy thing about it is, I mentioned this plenty of times in previous videos I had where I was in a friendship with someone who, when I first met them, they act like they're very accepting of me. They allowed me to be myself. They didn't judge me. And it's like we could take pictures together, we could do videos together, we could be on social media having different conversations. And then when they get around other people who may think differently, they start treating me differently. And I don't like the flip floppy stuff. And I feel like it's kind of weird because my thing is, if you're a true person who accepts someone who for who they are, and you're comfortable within your sexuality, you wouldn't allow other people's opinions to matter. At the end of the day, you may not agree with what they choose doing in their life or approve of what they choose doing in their life, but at the end of the day, you respect them enough to be cool with them, still have a conversation with them, and still treat them like a human being instead of always worrying about their sexual preference. Sexual preference. Um, and the crazy thing is, the crazy thing is, I don't want to always bring up that part of my life because I've done enough. I've done enough of it in previous videos I had on my channel, but sometimes I bring it up because it's like I truly trusted an individual who told me one thing but did another. And my thing is, okay, because he later on told me that he had some social media issues with people and things happened to him in his life that made him feel a certain type of way. But the problem I had with this individual is they don't never give me a goddamn fork. The problem I had with this individual is the fact that we done a lot of things together. We played video games, we listen to music, watch music videos, went out to the park. When I first met him, we used to go outside in front of his house and play fight, which he called sparring. Um, we used to take pictures together. He used to ask me to go to the gym with him, working out, stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, he got me to do things that I either had no interest in doing or haven't done in a long time. Because years ago, when we lived in my old house, I my brother who's in the Navy, he used to go to the gym from time to time, and I would go with him because I wasn't the type of person that would just go to the gym by myself. I like going with somebody, so I go with him. We'll work out for a little bit. Then sometimes I'll stop at ShopRite or Family Dollar, give me some snacks. I already stop. I mean, have my snacks before going to the gym. And it's like, okay, I might have worn wigs and worn girly clothing, and sometimes they see me, my eyebrows was arched, and I used to shave my facial hair off. But at the end of the day, I could still be masculine as well. I wasn't always wearing wigs around them and stuff like that. And then I could go with, I mean, I could talk about my friendship that I'm currently in now with my friend Danny. We've never met in person. I've known Danny for going on about like 6 or 7 years. Um, I actually just got finished talking to him not too long ago, but I think he fell asleep. But me and Denny we had our issues most of the time where we'll argue about something. He'll probably be in a bad mood, or I'll be in a bad mood, and we'll argue about something, and not talk to each other for days, weeks, sometimes a month or so. But we built a friendship where, depending on how crazy a situation is or how crazy a situation get, we could take a break from each other and then eventually apologize to one another and go back to being friends again. And he done thing. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I'm not. I mean, I can't say it because in the beginning, when I was cool with my cousin Talia's baby father, Rich, wow. In the beginning, he used to text me, ask me how my day was and stuff like that. And I sometimes he'd text me, sometimes I'll text him, from whatever case may be. But we met each other in person. So in the beginning, when shit switched, it would start off offline, and then it just got to a point where I was just going through so much, and I just felt like he was being disrespectful, and he was turning into a bully. So I would start making Facebook posts or posting about what was going on in Delaware on YouTube because I was down. I mean, because I was pretty much down there by myself. I mean, yeah, I had my blood cousin or whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, she lived there, and that was her boyfriend's family, so she's going to take his side before me. And sometimes me and her would get into it. And the God honest truth is sometimes I fight me and her would get into it because she felt like he was giving more attention to me and not her, or I was giving more attention to him and not her. And she would do things and feel like because I'm her blood cousin, I'm supposed to just accept it and have her side. So so that friendship lasted for as long as it did. Um, and the crazy thing about it is when it comes to me and Danny, I feel like our friendship is way different than me and Rich friendship was because I'm a Sagittarius and Rich and Danny are both Virgos. And the crazy thing about it is, like I said, I've known Rich. I mean, I met Rich offline, but eventually met him in person. And I never met Danny in person. We just talked on video chat on Facebook. Excuse me. So, it's crazy. Me and Danny friendship is different because we could be cool for a long time, have a disagreement about something that might turn to an argument, not talk to each other for a while, and then once we talk to each other, we both apologize to each other and we be friends again. But as for my friendship when I was with Rich, he's the type of person where he hold grudges. He'd have you thinking that he didn't forgave you, and y'all made up, and then I be like, all right, cool, let's hang out again. I go hang out, and then he holding a grudge against me, just waiting for something to happen. And due to him still feeling bad about the first incident, he making the second incident a lot harder. And I just feel like it got to a point where, with that friendship, it got to a point where lives was jeopardized a lot, several times. Too much shit was happening. The police eventually got involved. Family bonds was broken. Like people that I was close with throughout my childhood and enjoyed seeing when they was around. It just got to a point where it's like, as I got older and I started hanging out with him, those people that I was so close to growing up, I don't even really talk to like that nowadays. Me personally, I just feel like, I'm gonna have to do a part two because I'm over here listening to a prayer on Instagram. So I'm gonna get back to y'all later on.